So I'm 6 weeks in now to this, what originally started as a hypertrophy phase. It's just a general progression really now. I started off with the higher reps, moving into lower reps as the weight goes up, and just seeing where it ends up, to be honest. I'm going to freshen things up from next week though, changing the days of squats, changing the days of pressing, removing the rack pulls and replacing them with RDLs, and might make another few tweaks to the program just to keep it fresh. So today was a pressing day, progressing. So I have I do the bench and the OHP together. So when I do the bench, I do an OHP as like an accessory. When I do the OHP, I do like a bench as accessory. So I'm progressing the bench. I've gone up to another 2.5 kilos to four sets of 6 at 92.5 kilos. But what I'm doing, I was progressing the overhead press on the same day as well, but I'm leaving that static now at 50 kilos. But I've added a set. So I've done 4 sets of 10 today at 50 kilos. Just some volume, just getting some muscle mass into the shoulders. What I'll do is I'll probably do the same. I'll keep progressing the overhead press on the main day and keep the bench static. Although I am considering going to 3 benching sessions a week, and just keeping OHP once. So I'm not sure yet. Bench is feeling good now. I'm managing to widen the grip a little bit, which is making it much stronger. Shoulders holding up. I can feel a little bit of irritation, but I am spending a lot of time at night with a light dumbbell, doing the kind of rotator cuff exercises and stuff like that, which seems to be helping. So I'm hoping I can just keep maybe adding a bit more width to the grip, and getting that bench up again. So as well with the overhead press, sometimes I got a good cue the other week for widening my stance when I was pressing, but sometimes I just go back into autopilot and I just walk out with it. So I did that I think on the second set today, and then I remembered, so on the third and fourth set I widened my stance, and I tell you what, it makes a massive difference. The pushing power you have when you widen your stance, even a bit more than shoulder width, I do it now. Just feel so solid. Squeeze the glutes, wide stance, stay tight, and you got much more power. Obviously you've got a better base to push from, isn't it? It's like the saying, isn't it? You can't fire a cannon from a canoe. So yeah, the stronger your foundation, the more power you're going to be able, the more force you're going to be able to produce. So and after that I did my deadlifts. So I was expecting to be a bit sorer today after the squats and the trap bar deadlifts today. But I never felt it until I got to 180, which felt quite tough, which is very, very easy for me, 180 at the minute. I wouldn't say tough, do you know what I mean? It just I could just feel soreness, a bit of DOMS in the hams. So what I might do is, like I say, I'm just considering maybe even taking the trap bar deadlift out, the heel elevated, and swapping that for some IDLs. But it's just hard to fit everything in, because one thing affects the other, doesn't it? And these big sessions on Sunday, these pendulum squat and belt squat sessions, they're taxing me for 3 or 4 days. I'm really feeling it. So we'll have to just have a play about, see what happens.